Apple, Amazon today, right?
Correct.
Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and talking about the stock market this week. We had a great week in the stock market. We had some great volatility, a lot of earnings reports. We talked about a couple earlier. Thursday, Apple and Amazon after market close. We know what happened there. Some nice fireworks that we love to see in the financial markets because now we know that we have strategies for up markets and down markets, whether you're looking for income strategies or long-term wealth strategies. We're going to talk about those wealth strategies coming up next. But if you did miss tickets to that investing class, we have local investing classes to get in the markets, to get it in the markets confidently. If you're brand new to the markets or you've been trading and investing for several years and looking to get a boost, locally in Denver, Colorado, Bloomington, Minnesota, and Atlanta, Georgia. So get your phones ready. If you're in any one of these locations, you got some free tickets on the way for callers 1 through 10. Text the word invest to the number 484848. And it's a great day. We had some nice moves this week. I like these moves. I mean, Al, a lot of people are kind of worried when things are volatile. Volatility is our friend in trading and investing with income strategies, but also long-term wealth strategies because there is an asset that you want to use volatility with. And it's options, right? You want to know what the volatility is doing for different strategies based on your objective in the market. And a lot of people are looking for wealth strategies right now because, as you mentioned, I believe it was in the first segment about this first quarter, a lot of people are a little, it's gloomy for some people that have 401ks and IRAs because they've lost a lot in there because they are in that buy and hope strategy. Excuse me, I misspoke there. Buy and hold strategy.
You were right.
So we're seeing a lot of people come to Online Trading Academy to see why their long-term wealth accounts, 401ks and IRAs, especially if they have them sitting with a broker or an advisor, why they're going down. Well, let's talk about that. Let's unpack that a little bit, unravel why are – actually, you know what? I think people know why their accounts are going down. I don't want to talk about negative on this segment here. I want to talk about the positive. What can people do differently to protect what they have if this market continues?
Yeah, well, and first of all, let me talk about why it's so important to be able to protect that. There's really three components to your retirement money. When you retire and even before you retire, number one is protecting it. And we talk about that all the time. And the reason we talk about it all the time is it is the most important thing for you. You can't go through working hard for 30 or 40 years putting together what you think is a comfortable retirement portfolio and then have the market take that away from you. It's at 65, 70, 75, it's pretty hard to go out and start a new career. And then so one component of your retirement money, your wealth money, is to protect it. That is the number one component. Number two, learn how to generate income off of what you have. And we think it's more important to be able to understand how to generate income. It's the amount of income you can generate off of your retirement account, not how much money you have there. But then why not grow that account? Instead of just drawing money out of it to live, and obviously you have to cover the required minimum distributions, but then people are still taking money out for their living expenses, for their traveling, for having fun. And then pretty soon you've dwindled that retirement account down to the point where maybe you've got many years left to live, but the retirement account doesn't. So growing that account is important too. And here's one of the concerns that I have now for people that are in retirement or getting close to retirement that go through a drawdown. If you have to draw money out of your account for anything, you're taking money out at a low point in the market.
Yeah.
So your portfolio is going down in value. The amount of money you're taking out is a much higher percentage, leaving you less for the long term. So again, if you can understand, learn the different income strategies that you should be using during your accumulation phase, where your working years, you can use those same strategies in your retirement account. Options are a fantastic choice in retirement because you can use options as protection, basically the same thing as an insurance policy. You can use options in an up market. You can use options in a down market. And what about a sideways market, a flat market?
Heck yeah.
Because typically in a normal market environment, we go through months at a time where the market is flat. Well, options can be used to generate income during flat markets also. So pretty much markets, down markets, sideways markets, protection, a number of things that you can use options for. But that's only one asset. The futures market can be used in a retirement account. Forex can be used in a retirement account along with options, as long as it is a self-directed IRA, not your 401k.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And as my good friend Chad Gabelson once said, thank you for that information. But Al, I think a lot of people have retirement accounts because that's what most people are building their wealth for is for retirement. But we talk about every week, there's a retirement crisis. People don't have enough.
Yeah.
And it's because they have that snow pile retirement account. It's springtime now. Summer, the snow is gone. Summer is approaching us. And when the snow piles start to melt, they go really fast. As it gets warmer, it just disappears. And that's what happens if you're just taking money out. As the pile gets smaller, as you were talking about, if you're taking money at the bottom of the market, it's going to disappear much quicker. Right. So that's kind of a little analogy on how your retirement accounts are. But that's why it's so key to have strategies no matter which way it goes, but also learn income strategies off of what you have. And Al, we have people listening that want to get started to see what those concepts are, what those techniques are. So get your phones ready. You're going to give you a text line for this investing class that we do locally here in Bloomington, Minnesota, Denver, Colorado, and Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're in any one of these locations, text in right now. Text the word invest to the number 484848 for 2 tickets for a free investing class. So Al, you talked about, I just want to, I think it's important for our listeners to, I guess, understand this a little bit more. We got about 2 minutes to talk about this, Al. That protection for your 401k or let's say IRA, either one really. Mm-hmm. What does that really mean to protect what you have? And then what's a concept on how to do that?
Well, there's a number of different ways you can do it, and it's all part of managing your assets, which is something that is pretty much forgotten by most people. They're basically putting their money maybe with an advisor in a 401k, kind of putting it on cruise control. So protecting your money means not going through a big loss. You will have small losses. That's part of being in the market, no matter who is controlling your money. So, but the important thing is to keep that small. A small loss can never become a big loss. There are strategies you can use where not only can you eliminate a loss or minimize a loss, but you might actually profit with the same asset. There are things like stop losses that can be used as protection. A lot of people that we see that come in that have experience say, I don't use stop losses because I get stopped out all the time. Well, the reason you get stopped out is because you haven't identified the right point at which to get in. And we say this often, probably every week, and I'm going to say it again. At the end of the day, if there are more buy orders for stock than sell orders, price of the stock is going to go up. If there are more sell orders than buy orders, price is going to go down. It's that simple. But it's finding where those buy orders and where those sell orders are that are actually generated by the institutions, by the big players.
And we want to trade like them, not against them. And we got a question in our live stream here on YouTube on the Investing with Confidence YouTube channel. It says, I don't have, this is from Wesley. Mm-hmm. I don't have a Roth IRA or an IRA. Should I open a Roth? Scared of current market conditions. I want to say this. It's always a great time to open a retirement account. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what type of market conditions, because remember, we were talking about in the last segment and a little bit here, there are strategies for up markets, there are strategies for down markets. So it doesn't matter which way the market conditions are. Mm-hmm. You just have to be in the right strategy for that. And the concept for down markets to profit in down markets, the concept is called shorting. Mm-hmm. We addressed that in the last segment, so you can check out the segment 2 here today on what shorting really means and how different ways to benefit in a down market. So as we're talking about these different retirement plans, retirement accounts, 401ks, and IRAs, it's always a great time to have these, but be in the right strategy, not just the buy and hope, because we know what's mm-hmm. happening with the markets. We're seeing a shift in the markets. As Al was talking about in the first segment, GDP is slowing, inflation's increasing, and rising interest rates. And we know what happens typically with those type of conditions in the markets. Real quick, Al, in about 15 seconds, what can people learn in these classes?
Well, a lot. You can, again, learn why the market functions, how the market functions, how you can take advantage of it, what the opportunities are, how you can make sure you're protected. And then also I'd ask Wesley, what are you afraid of? And let's address those things and ask us questions in these classes. What are you afraid of? How can we get you over that so you can, in fact, invest with confidence?
That's a great point. Bring your questions to these classes. These are live classes at our centers here in Minneapolis, Bloomington, Minnesota, Denver, Colorado, and Atlanta, Georgia. So bring those questions in about the markets, 401ks, IRAs, and we'll try to address those the best we can. So you can get your phones ready. I'm going to give a call number here to a call number. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but we'll say it anyway. You can call right now for 2 tickets for the investing class. Call 888-682-6466. That's 888-682-6466. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848. When you get that text, we're going to send you a text right away, instantly. There's a link in there. You have to click that link because when you click the link and register, you're going to get some free stock picks along with that. And everybody always loves some free stuff, Al. So we're going to give away some free stock picks. Al, we got one more to go. Coming up next, I want to inspire people to get started with these markets. And going back to that question, is now the right time with these market conditions? Yes. Now, it's always a great time to get in the financial markets. So coming up next, how to get started if you're brand new in the markets. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence. We'll be right back.